Hi, this is Judy. These are desert cottontail rabbit babies that were born in my friend's asparagus garden just in time for Easter. Hey, did you know that Easter celebrations were held hundreds of years before Christ was born? They were festivals honoring Estre, the great mother goddess of the Saxons. Now, the name Easter comes from the ancient word for spring, Istre. The goddess Astara was the Norse equivalent, whose symbols were the hare and the egg. And this is where we get our modern tradition of celebrating Easter with eggs and bunnies. In the Mediterranean region, a pre-Christian spring celebration centered around the vernal equinox, March 20th, honoring Cybele, the Phrygian goddess of fertility. Cybele's consort Attis was born of a virgin and believed to have died and been resurrected 3 days later, as were even earlier gods, Osiris, Dionysus, and Orpheus. They were all born of a virgin and suffered death and resurrection as long as 500 years before Christ was born. The death of Attis was commemorated on a Friday, and the resurrection was celebrated 3 days later on Sunday. There are other Easter traditions with pagan origins. The Easter sunrise service is derived from the ancient pagan practice of welcoming the sun on the morning of the spring equinox, marking the beginning of spring, which is actually the authentic new year, astronomically speaking. What we now know as Easter lilies were revered by the ancients as symbols of fertility, as are most flowers. The ancient Babylonian religions had rituals involving dyeing eggs, as did the ancient Egyptians. The Christian version of Easter is celebrated after the first full moon after the vernal equinox. Modern-day neo-pagans have their spring celebrations usually on the day of the equinox. Either way, these celebrations go back for over 2,500 years. So on Sunday, if you go to an Easter sunrise service, hunt for colored eggs or eat chocolate bunnies or marshmallow bunnies or whatever kind of bunnies you prefer, remember you are indulging in pagan rituals that celebrate fertility and the advent of springtime. So have fun.